So as we know, the label has been a huge success. It's got worldwide distribution, and the products are worn by very famous people. But I thought we may as well kick off with a sort of a general question, which is basically how Nobody began, and what's the story.
It's kind of, I mean, it's for those of you that haven't read the article already, Nick and John are the two brothers, Condylis brothers, that started Nobody and run Nobody. I'm the creative director for the brand. So for me to say about the starting of the brand is kind of telling you the boys' story. But really what it's about is John and Nick having the knowledge and the history of starting their own laundry, and their father actually starting a denim laundry, which is all about the processing of jeans. And then starting a brand that was that grew out of their desire of taking the knowledge that they had of working with denim and then turning it into a brand that was about that knowledge. When I came to join the boys, which was about 2 years after that, they started in 1999 and I started working with them in 2001, we talked about what the brand of Nobody meant and what that was all about. And so really the brand of Nobody was taking the knowledge, passion and love that the boys had taught themselves from building their own denim laundry and putting that in the front as the creative inspiration for the brand.
Now, to me, a laundry is just a laundry. So will one of you please explain what a denim laundry is? What happens there?
Trying to visualise what it looks like. A denim laundry, imagine these giant industrial washing machines. It's actually a similar environment to what we've got here, but the walls are a bit more bluer. So you can imagine all the denim being scraped off, and there's a lot of blue in the ceiling and the walls. So it's a giant workshop. That's basically what it is, where everyone comes in and uses tools in which they can develop their own creativeness, create their own product, be open, thinking outside the box, because that's what it's all about. So denim to us, to Nick and I, we've been involved in denim for the last 25 years, since we were probably 18. I know we don't look that old, but yeah, since we were 18, Dad got involved in denim. So when we were 25, when I was 25, after I graduated, worked 2 years in engineering, there was an opportunity that came up in Fitzroy. And it was a small little laundry. So Nick and I had a meeting with Dad that night and said, we want to come into it. And he said, are you sure? Is this really what you want to do? And we both agreed, yeah, well, that's what we wanted to do. So we got involved in that, grew the business from a commercial point of view, catering to various clients. As we're all aware, back in 2000, 99, 2000, tariffs, how it all changed, the industry all changed. So we said, what are we going to do? And the other thing that really motivated both of us to start up our own brand was Nick never got up before 10 o'clock in the morning. So Nick, being a bit more creative than what I was and leading the life that he did, thought, I can't have him coming into the laundry and coming in at 10, 11 o'clock when it's just driving me nuts. So we got on the phone one day and we had a chat about it and decided we want to start our own label, and we started designing pocket scrolls over the phone. So we'd go into work the next day and we'd show each other and said, yep, that's what we want to do. So it was a good way of me kicking him out of the laundry and getting him on the road and start designing and creating the brand. So that's how it all pretty much began.
I got two questions, but firstly, I mean, how do you and Nick sort of bounce off one another? There must be some role differentiation between you, is there?
There is. I'm actually the managing director and also still involved in the creative laundry side of things. I still operate the laundry. I find that that's my baby. We throw off ideas. Nick has a vision and this is what he wants, and he throws it at me and I'm able to interpret that. That's the beauty of what we got.
So give me an example of the vision. What's a vision?
Nick will come up with,
if I can interrupt, I think more so I'm very product driven in regards to aesthetic, look, feel, touch, the way the product looks on a body. I'm very aesthetic looking in regards to, am I happy with the way it looks, positioning of pockets, positioning of scrolls, anything that becomes along that way. Whereas with John is so taking that vision and throwing it over to John is, you know, from even choosing the cloth and making sure that it's got a particular characteristic to it, and then working with John in regards to working out a process that can actually strip off, like, you know, a layer or 2 layers or 3 layers, depending on the look that we want to go for. Again, coming from Wesley, which sets the creative for the season. We've got a creative for the season, so from that we'll interpret, you know, fabrics or choose fabrics, and then from there it'll go to John in regards to working out how we're going to actually get it to that end form.
So I'm the mad scientist in the laboratory.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about signature. So what is the signature from your point of view?
It's the look, what the garment presents, what the garment ends up looking like. You can pick it a mile away. We can, and it doesn't. It's not easily replicated, and that's something that we've been able to accomplish and still sustain.
Huh. Well, you've been going 10 years. If we say that's a 10-year journey, I mean, what sort of a journey has it been? If you were to sort of put it in pictorial terms or something like that, how would you describe that journey?
Himalayas.
It's definitely a growing journey. It's been fantastic. You know, if you think, you know, from 10 years from, you know, as I said, from the laundry to where we are now, it's quite amazing the achievements that we've had along the way, and, you know, what we have achieved. You know, you don't sit back and look. You don't often sit back and look and to see where, you know, what you've achieved in those last 10 years. But when you do, it's like, you know what, you actually have done quite an amazing achievement, I think.
It's definitely been a learning curve. It definitely has. I mean, we're 3 guys, very unexperienced 10 years ago in the industry, and learning and gaining the respect from the industry, not only locally, but internationally.
Well, I asked you about the 10 years. I mean, is there a vision for the future? How clear is it for you as you go forward?
Over the last 6 months, I've, again, progressed a lot further than what I thought I would. Wesley just touched base on actually bringing manufacturing in-house. We've, again, working with a couple of other independent bodies to actually improve and increase our infrastructure to cater this centre of excellence. And that's something that we're developing. It's a hub. Speaking to a couple of people 3 months ago, something they mentioned which was quite scary, that 2,500 students graduate from design school every year. Where are they going? They've got nowhere to go. And so what part of our role in the industry is also to develop a new home for, as we grow, they have somewhere to go to learn the skills required in this industry.